The 2026 Yamaha YZ125 has arrived, and it's carrying forward the legacy of one of the most iconic two-stroke motocross bikes ever built. For decades, the YZ125 has been the machine young riders grew up dreaming about. Lightweight, fast, and absolutely unforgiving in the best possible way. And for 2026, Yamaha has refined it even further, keeping everything that makes it thrilling while fine-tuning what makes it easier to live with on the track or trail. Let's start with the heart of this machine, the engine. Yamaha sticks with its proven 125cc liquid-cooled two-stroke engine, fed through a reed valve induction system. It's a setup that delivers crisp throttle response and a hard-hitting power band. But for 2026, Yamaha has gone deep on refinement. The carburetor is now a Hitachi Astemo Keihin PWK38S, known for its precise fuel delivery and smooth response across the rev range. Alongside that, Yamaha has reworked the air intake system and redesigned the intake boot to improve airflow, giving the bike better throttle feel right from the bottom end. The CDI ignition settings have also been revised. Yamaha's goal was to create a more linear power delivery, less of that sudden, explosive hit that makes two strokes tricky to handle in tight corners. This means smoother transitions when you're rolling back on the throttle, especially when exiting a turn or climbing through a slick section. The carburetor settings have also been retuned for more consistent behavior under different conditions, making the YZ125 easier to dial in whether you're at sea level or high altitude, in the dry or the damp. In short, Yamaha's focus this year has been on control, keeping the wild two-stroke character alive but making it more predictable and rideable. Moving to the chassis and suspension, the YZ125 continues to use its lightweight aluminum semi-double cradle frame, which strikes a perfect balance between stiffness and flex. The removable aluminum subframe makes maintenance easier and helps keep the bike's overall weight down. Suspension remains a major strong point. Up front, you get a KYB 48mm speed-sensitive system fork that's fully adjustable and offers about 11.8 inches of travel. This setup is known for giving precise front-end feedback and soaking up big hits without deflecting. In the rear, a fully adjustable KYB shock with linkage delivers about 12.4 inches of travel, keeping the rear planted through ruts and overjumps. Riders who've spent time on previous YZ125s will notice how well-balanced this setup feels. The suspension communicates exactly what the terrain is doing, which builds confidence lap after lap. Braking performance is solid too. Yamaha uses a 270mm front disc and a 240mm rear, both hydraulic and tuned for strong, consistent bite. It's not overpowered, you won't lock up easily, but it's there when you need to scrub speed fast. The bike rolls on Bridgestone Battlecross X20 tires, with an 80-121 front and a 190-19 rear. These are intermediate terrain tires that grip well on loamy tracks and hold steady when things get rough. Dimension-wise, the YZ125 stays familiar. Seat height is around 38.6 inches, giving plenty of ground clearance and an aggressive riding stance. It's tall, but that's typical for motocross geometry. Ground clearance measures roughly 14.4 inches, and the wet weight comes in around 212 pounds, or about 96 kilograms fully fueled. That makes it one of the lightest full-size motocross bikes you can buy today. Fuel capacity is 1.8 gallons, or about 6.8 liters, enough for a solid moto session before refueling. Now let's talk design and models. The 2026 lineup comes in two versions: the standard team Yamaha Blue and the eye-catching 70th Anniversary Edition that celebrates Yamaha's racing heritage. The anniversary model wears a stunning white and red livery inspired by Yamaha's early factory race bikes, a clean, nostalgic look that's sure to turn heads at the track. Pricing for the standard YZ125 starts around $7,199 in the US, while the 70th Anniversary Edition runs slightly higher at about $7,399. It's still competitively priced for a performance motocross bike that offers Yamaha's proven reliability and decades of race development. So, what makes the 2026 YZ125 worth considering? Let's look at the highlights. Yamaha's updates to the fueling, ignition, and intake systems give the bike smoother power delivery and better throttle control, especially when exiting corners or navigating technical terrain. The lightweight aluminum frame and top-tier KYB suspension make it a superb handler, precise, agile, and predictable. And of course, that signature two-stroke personality remains intact. The YZ125 still rewards skill and aggression. You have to keep it on the pipe, but when you do, it sings. It's also worth noting that Yamaha didn't chase unnecessary changes. The YZ125's design works and the company knows it. Instead of reinventing, they refined. Small improvements where it counts. The intake, the CDI, the carb tuning, all of which add up to a more rideable and enjoyable bike for both racers and enthusiasts. There are, of course, a few things to keep in mind. Two-strokes are inherently more maintenance-intensive than four-strokes. You'll need to mix fuel, keep an eye on top-end wear, and clean or replace the air filter frequently. Parts are generally affordable, but attention to detail matters. Riders who are new to two-strokes should be ready to learn a bit about jetting and basic maintenance. Fueling consistency is much better this year, but real-world conditions can still affect how the bike runs. High humidity or big temperature swings might require minor carb adjustments. It's not a big deal, but it's part of owning a performance two-stroke. As for the weight, 212 pounds is light for a full-size motocross bike, but you'll still feel it when muscling through rough, rutted sections or deep sand. That said, the balance and suspension, tuning more than make up for it, giving you confidence to push harder without getting fatigued too quickly. One thing to note, the YZ125 is not street legal in stock form. It's a pure motocross machine. No lights, no mirrors, no emissions gear. Some riders convert theirs for off-road trail use with aftermarket kits, but from the factory, this bike is designed for the dirt. So who is this bike really for? The 2026 Yamaha YZ125 is for riders who want that classic motocross experience. The precision, the rev-happy power band, and the feeling of total control when you get it right. It's ideal for younger riders stepping up from smaller displacement bikes, or for experienced riders who love the challenge of a high-revving two-stroke. It's also great for anyone who appreciates simplicity and direct feedback over the complexity of modern four-strokes. Compared to a 250 four-stroke, the YZ125 feels lighter, more playful, and more reactive. You can throw it around with ease, and it rewards momentum riding. If you enjoy attacking corners, staying aggressive, and making quick throttle adjustments, this bike will feel like an extension of your body. But if you prefer low-end torque and a minimal maintenance, Yamaha's YZ250F might be a better fit. The YZ125 has always been a bike that teaches skill. It doesn't hide mistakes, it highlights them. But that's part of its charm. Every lap you improve, every corner you nail, every jump you clear, cleanly feels earned. It's the kind of bike that makes you a better rider. With the 2026 updates, Yamaha hasn't changed the formula. They've perfected it. The smoother fueling, refined ignition, and improved airflow make this bike more accessible while keeping its race-bred soul intact. Combined with world-class KYB suspension, sharp brakes, and lightweight agility, it's still one of the most balanced and rewarding motocross bikes in its class. At the end of the day, the YZ125 remains a pure rider's machine. It's built for people who love the art of riding, feeling every bit of the power curve, working the clutch, dancing through gears, and staying fully connected to the dirt beneath them. It's loud, it's raw, and it's a reminder that performance doesn't always need complexity. If you've ever wanted to experience the essence of motocross, the 2026 Yamaha YZ125 delivers it in its purest form. Whether you're chasing lap times, perfecting your technique, or just looking for that old-school rush with modern refinement, this bike offers something special. It's not about the biggest numbers or the most technology, it's about the feeling. The YZ125 has always been about that. And in 2026, Yamaha proves once again why this legend still matters.